This seems like a strange thing for God to do. Why would God close a woman's womb so that she wouldn't have children? As I read that this morning, I saw that I had made a note on the text. Some time ago, I noted that Hannah's barrenness caused her distress, and because of that, she vowed to God that if he gave her a son, she would dedicate him to the Lord. And he did. And this son turned out to be Samuel, one of the great men of the Bible. She then went on to have 5 other children, none of whom we know anything about except that 3 of them were boys. So what does this all mean, if anything? To me, it only makes sense in this way. God knew long before Samuel was born, or even conceived, what kind of person he would turn out to be. So he wanted Samuel to grow up in the temple so that he would fully live that life. His mother would never have had made that vow if she had had other children, like most women did. What am I saying here? I'm saying that God knows human beings down to their cellular level. He saw your future before you were conceived in the womb. Human beings are not like puppies or kittens, where if we think we have too many of them, we can dispose of a few. We are created in the image of God, but I think we often fail to grasp the full significance of that. Theologians will say that that means that we have self-consciousness, a mind, a soul, a will, a reason that can make moral choices. What we tend to miss here is how that image binds us to God in ways we can't or just don't imagine. Our physical children are the best way for us to understand in a very small way what this means. We see ourselves in them in so many ways, and it binds us further to them. We establish a child's worth today by how far along it is developed in the womb, or whether this child is actually born, and then how functional we determine this person to be. If the person is missing a few parts, we often regard this child's existence as pointless. But for God who sees the soul, I don't think that is the case. God has entrusted human beings with an incredible gift and responsibility. We get to create images of God all over the world. It's our choice. It is often not a conscious or even a willing choice, but the result is the same. We are entrusted with an incredible, precious gift from God, a human being. Our society sees far more things as far more important than creating and nurturing these human beings. After all, what is life all about? Is it about having careers where we work all day to make money to buy stuff, and then we die, and we evaluate our lives by how much money we made or how much stuff we had when we died? Or life is about loving and creating and nurturing human beings because our relationships with them teach us about the one in whose image we were created. I had a career. I had successes and failures. Nobody else cares about any of that. Certainly not my former employers. But what remains is my family and the people in whom I've invested my life, even casually as I walk my dog or go shopping. Our society marginalizes religion for the sake of inclusion or whatever, but it deprives its people of meaning and substance. How do we know the enormous value of another human being if God Himself hadn't told us?